Hi everyone! I received your draft resumes on Friday, and I'd like to use this video to point out a few features of some of your resumes that you submitted to let you know a few things to watch for in your own resume. As I mentioned on this page, it's a great idea to pull up your resume next to this video as you're watching it, or pause the video as I talk about certain features so that you can look for those features and whether they're working well in your resume or you need to make some revision. So the first resume that I have pulled up here is Hope's, and I wanted to show you one thing about hers that you can see her content spreading across the whole page. So remember the 4-quadrant test that we talked about on the Purdue OWL resource page? That means that if you folded your resume into 4 pages, or 4 sections, 4 quadrants, that the content would spread out equally across all 4 of those sections. Usually, if we have too much white space, it's over here on the right-hand side. And so I wanted to point out that on Hope's resume, you can really see her trying to spread her content across the whole page here, which works really well. Another thing that I wanted to point out about Hope's resume here is that you'll see that she uses consistent verbs at the beginning of these bullet points. If her position is a current position, she's talking in present tense. And if it's a past position, she's talking in past tense here. All of these bullet points also start in the same way so that they're consistent in their formatting. So that works really well. For Jamie's resume, one thing that I wanted to point out to you all is how easy it is to scan through and find the main sections. So you can see the skills, experience, and education sections all really stand out. Remember that someone might spend only 20 seconds looking at your resume, and they need to quickly be able to find the sections that they're looking for and find the relevant information that they want to read. I also want to show in Jamie's one thing that I would recommend revising, which is that you should prioritize the things that you want people to notice. So the dates are maybe less important than the position that you held. So I would maybe hide these dates or put them underneath, or maybe even spread them across here, Jamie, rather than making them the first thing that I read for each of your positions in your experience section. Jamie also had some good detailed statements here in the bullets to show a range of experiences that he has from the sales associate position. So that's a really good job there. Finally, for Nivi's resume, I wanted to show you something. Nivi has a whole bunch of great information underneath each of the experiences that she discusses. But one thing that I would say is that this big chunk of text might be difficult to read, especially if you only give someone 20 seconds. So instead of letting this be a big paragraph, Nivi, I'd recommend making bullets here and creating a list that would allow you to draw attention to each one of these skills that you want to point out in each of your positions. You don't want all those great skills to get lost in a big chunk of text. Also, just like I said with Jamie's, the dates are maybe less important than the positions that you held. So I'd maybe reconsider the order that these two things are in so that you could really draw attention to the positions that you've held in those spots. The last one I want to show is Carter's. One thing that Carter did was have some really, really good information in the bullets underneath his positions. He focused on things that he achieved, the skills that he developed, like creating displays, stocking inventory, assisting customers effectively. So some of you really focused only on tasks that you had to complete to keep your job, rather than focusing on transferable skills that you developed in each of those positions. And we really want our list of bullets under each of our positions to show the things that we've developed in that position that could help us in the position that we're applying for. So the more you can show what you achieved in those positions, the skills that you developed, what you worked on and achieved, how you worked with other people, all of those things will make those bullet pointers stronger And on this same page outside of this video, there's a great bullet pointers handout from our Career Services Office that I'd recommend taking a look at. Overall, folks had a lot of really great drafts. Please contact me if you have questions as you're making your final revisions this week. Nice work, everybody.